joined by head coach Matt Murken. Coach, talk about this season. How excited are you guys to get started this weekend at the tournament over in Duluth?
Really excited to get going. It's we had a great season last year. We have a lot of guys back from that team, but a lot of guys that will be in new roles. A few guys that played some guys that played a little, and some guys that didn't play at all that are back and excited to get to the new season. That's the most exciting thing of every year for me is you have a new group of guys. How can you get them to come together off the court, on the court? How can you fit their strengths together to complement each other and become a team? And that's the best thing about being a coach, in my opinion, is figuring out how to put those individual strengths together to make a great team. And we've got a great group of guys that love to work, and it's been a little bit of a grind with them battling each other because they go so hard every day in practice. And we've had a few scrimmages that have been good, but it's time to play somebody else, and you can really start taking steps forward when you see some other teams and see what you're doing great and see what you need to improve on. So couldn't be more excited to hit the road and play two this weekend.
Talk about top returners. Obviously set the bar high with last year's performances. Who are back and who has high expectations?
Yeah, Jackson Gunville and Jalen Cook are two of our seniors that have had really good careers for us. They've had an impact really since their freshman year, and they're both playing for, I guess, Jackson for the 5th year with his COVID year and Jalen for the 4th year. And they've been named our captains this year and have had a great preseason and just guys that are everyday guys that show up. They just have so much fun playing basketball. They've really grown in leadership roles and off the court stuff, so that's been fun to see. And just two tremendous people that are tremendous leaders and good players too on top of that. So they'll be key for us. And then on the front line, Caleb Vandegrine's been coming on year in and year out since his freshman year, and Dylan Gachaba as well. Play with a lot of energy. Can play inside and outside a little bit, both those guys. So it's great to have those guys back as well. And that's the majority of the guys that have played a lot of minutes for us. So excited to see what the next step is for all those guys. And then you have a bunch of guys in our program that have played on and off, Trey Brandt and Jaden Wysocki coming off redshirt years 2 years ago and a little bit of playing time last year. They're trying to grow and continue to take step forward. And they've been good, and then a whole bunch of mix of newcomers too that has been exciting. So we've got a lot to learn yet about our team. I think we've seen great days of practice from about all 14 guys. And now it's time to see who can put that together consistently and be great on game day.
Obviously, you guys lose quite a lot, especially a couple of all-conference performers. Who are the guys that are coming in that'll make an impact?
Yeah, we have 6 newcomers this year, so we've got a lot of new guys to our program. And we had 5 of those guys are transfers that are older, so we were able to stay older. And again, all those guys have had good days and shown some things. And between Ayuba, Birthday, Sam West, guys that have won at a high level at their junior college, top 10 teams in their junior college, and Max Groom and the Wall to Wall, who kind of were guys that put up huge numbers at their junior colleges. Those guys have been good. And then Daryl Rice is a 5th-year senior that was Player of the Year at his D3, and he's had some really impressive things that he does. So I think it's a mix of some guards, some forwards, but a lot of experience in college basketball right now. It's important to get old and stay old, and then my job is to put the guys in the right spot to show what they can do, because all those guys can really do some things to help our team. And as we've scrimmaged and we played, man, we've seen some really good days from all 5 of those guys, and just excited again, like I said, to get them out there on game day and show what they can do.
Talk about the expectations for this year. You guys were a top 25 team last year that, oh, by the way, happened to beat the national champion and the #1 team in the nation.
Yeah, we played some really good basketball last year, some really good basketball at times last year, and really put ourselves in a situation to have some exciting games and a lot of meaningful games down the stretch. And we had some really good senior leadership on that team, and guys that have moved on and have started their professional career now. And so we're excited that they set the bar. There's been a lot of work going into that over the years, and a lot of hard work from in the decade plus now that I've been here as the head coach at Minot State. And I think setting that expectation last year has been exciting, and now we've got a bunch of guys that are hungry to continue that and prove that wasn't a one-year thing, that's something that we can continue to do on a year-to-year basis. And that'll be a great challenge for us. But we've got the young men in the locker room that are just committed to that, and just a joy to coach every day and a joy to be around on and off the court. So again, like I've said many times, I get to coach guys that are just fun to be around and are good players, and that makes me a happy coach. And I'm happy to see those guys do their thing. I get our thing as coaches is kind of the day-to-day practice, and their thing is game day, baby. So now it's time to get them out there and show what they can do for real under the lights on Friday and Saturday this weekend.
Talk about game day, Friday and Saturday. What do you expect from the weekend?
Yeah, just a lot of excitement. East Central returns a lot. Southeastern has won a lot in the GAC, but they've kind of turned their roster over. But two teams that have been successful, and you got to go find out what you've got more so than what they've got that opening weekend. But we're excited to be tested and find that out. And the conference challenge is a great time, to see what you've got against other regional opponents and set yourself up for a good year. So I'm excited to play well and excited to go be challenged on the road.
Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thank you.